in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for a Demon Castle.
Ooh.
Woo. I collected all the chests. I'm just showing them off. You get a variety of items in here. You get the Evil and Black Rings, which both increase attack and also allow you to cast Bolt and Blaze. You get the White Ring, which is for healers or the main character, and is +6 to defense, plus you can cast Aura with it. New to the mod, you get a Doom Blade here, so that which is what I gave to Balvery, so he would do a lot more damage than he ordinarily would be at this point in the game. And you also, of course, get the Sword of Light in that final chest up there, right next to the bad guy. And the Sword of Light is a really badass sword for the main hero. Which does a lot of damage, and you can use it to cast the Bolt spell. So.
Ooh, yeah. A lot of good stuff in here. And so if you don't grab it during the fight, you miss it.
Yeah, in this, yes. I know in the Game Boy Advance, the remake, you actually just get handed it after the fight, so you can't miss it. Is that how it works?
Oh, I was talking about all the treasures, but you're talking about the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah, talking about the Sword of Light. Yes, you'll see after the fight, it transitions immediately to Chapter 7. So you miss all the other chests if you don't collect them during the battle, or as I did, do a run of the battle where I just collect the items in the grass, and now I'm redoing the battle for real. Also, fuck this Belial.
I didn't realize they actually had the Sword of Light equipped. I thought, yeah. Oh wow, that's weird. I mean,
yeah, you can just collect the sword version, and then egress. Like technically, there's no reason to actually kill her at this point.
In the GBA version, yeah, you get it from killing her, which makes sense. But here it's just like, hey, come to grab your sword. Bye.
Like we've got everything we need. We're just killing her because we're vengeful bastards, I guess.
Yeah, spite or something. Jesus. Yeah, but the light sword it's pretty powerful. Is it more or less powerful than the dark sword? Do you know?
It's slightly less powerful than the dark sword, but it doesn't curse you, so it's got that going for it.
And what spells it cast?
Bolt 2.
Mm.
Of course, in this, your hero also gets Bolt 1 to 3, just because.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a free Bolt 2 when you run out of your magic.
And you can, you can just repair it once it gets damaged, I guess.
Or it doesn't take any damage.
I wonder if the swords can get chipped or whatever.
No, the swords don't take damage. Ordinarily, like he was saying, with any item, and you use its spell effect, it'll eventually get cracked, and you have to repair it at some cost of gold. But that never happens to the Sword of Light, Sword of Darkness, or other special main character swords.
Chaos Breaker, we've said it before.
Oh right.
Yeah.
But like, if I was going to use the Heat Axe's Blaze effect, it could get damaged. Of course, in this game, cursed items can be repaired. In the GBA remake, they can't, I think. At least if I remember correctly.
No, they can't, so...
Yeah.
Only in this game can you spam Bolt 3 or Bolt 4 using the Evil Ring just over and over again.
Yeah, it's nice. Evil Ring is great. I honestly forget. I think I gave it to either Arthur or Domingo, so they would have extra magic, but I definitely don't use it in this part. Whoa. That's got some major slowdown.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that my video or yours?
Looks like it's just the video in general. Just had some slowdown effect.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, there you go. Nuke 'em. No? Oh, okay, you don't feel like it, never mind.
No, I'm trying to figure out the best radius for it, and then I decided to just take out this annoying Belial. But yeah, here's the Sword of Light. This is the same thing as the Bolt 2 spell, which I haven't actually shown on screen because no one has Bolt yet, but...
Well, there you go. Yeah, and it hits a lot. I never actually get into a situation where I can really use the Bolt's range, you know, the area of effect, but
yeah,
maybe one day.
It's great. Bolt is my favorite spell just for that AoE.
Good Lord, Gord. What do you think you're going to do against him?
Oh, he actually got a crit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Gort did something.
Well, fuck me. Okay, Gort, I see how it is. First it was Gong, now maybe it'll be Gort. Maybe Gort will rise up to
Well, even if he does, he's not on my team for very long.
Fuck you, Gort.
Fuck you,
Why is-
Gort.
Why is your video all shitty?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, just hang down there, Arthur. Just chill out.
I was probably trying. Something was probably happening on my computer at the time, and I was trying to close it down, and it was causing slowdown. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Because Arthur was sitting there for a very long time, like I was in another window.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling it yet. Just gonna take a relax down here. It's alright.
So I got through the first 2 fights in Chapter 8, footage-wise, and they're kind of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll see when we get there, but they're quite challenging. There is a big boost in difficulty in Chapter 8 because it kind of just expects you to be 20. Like you know, you can't get over leveled for it. It's just consistently challenging.
Well, I was gonna say, is there a shield spell that any of your people have right now?
There is a shield spell. No one on my squad has it, but when I get the Devil Lance later on, it can be used to cast shield. And in this game, shield blocks all magic, including healing magic, so it's a lot more unbroken.
Oh wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, and
that makes it a lot more. Gotta be a lot more tactical with it.
Yeah, and the remake is just like a win button because you can completely heal them, but you can't get hit by offensive magic. But in this, it's a trade-off because you have to decide, all right, is it worth blocking magic? Because they can still hit me with physical attacks, and then I won't be able to heal that character. So
Wait, is that a mod thing or is it the original game thing?
that was how it worked in the original game. And I'm finally showing
damn.
off the Sword of Light. The level of attack that my hero has is just ridiculous. Like, you compare it to Balbury over here, who's still pretty good at 62, but the Sword of Light just gives my main character 71 attack.
Well, can you use don't one of your people have a spell that blocks the enemy from using magic?
Yeah, Gong has Dispel, and actually Tao has Dispel as well.
Can
So
you use it on the boss, Michelle?
I could try. I don't think it would work very well. I'm pretty sure that they would. I mean, bosses already have some magic resistance, so I think trying to get Dispel to work on them would be tough, but I think it's possible. Probably not going to happen.
No, yeah.
The one thing the remake did better is like the sleep, muddle, dispel, all those spells like kind of always work instead of having a 50-50 chance, which is a lot better. But I guess it also makes it easy, just like everything else in the remake.
I never used them because the game's already so easy, so I never knew about their hit percentages and such.
It runs off magic. Well, it doesn't always work. It runs off magic resistance now. So enemies with magic resistance will dodge the sleep, you know, a good amount of the time. But if they have 0 magic resistance, they always fall asleep. Yep.
Is this the final fight of the chapter?
Yeah, this is the final fight of Chapter 6.
Oh, oh wow. So we have chapters. I don't even know where we are anymore. I forget where the divides are and such.
Yeah, so we've only got 2 chapters left after this, but Chapter 7 has 4 fights, and Chapter 8 has 5 fights. Just like... It might be the first one with 5 fights, actually. No, now I have to count. Hang on. Chapter 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 4 has 1, 2, 3. Chapter 3 has 3. Chapter 5 has 3. Chapter 6, we're in right now, has 4. Yeah, so the final chapter has more fights than any other chapter does.
Well, that makes sense. Plus, they're so much harder, so it takes so much longer than the first chapters.
Yeah, but they're also, of those 5 fights, 4 of them are like 2-parters. Like, they're back-to-back in the same area. So, it's a little different too, but...
You know, looking at Blue now, Blau. Looking at him now, I guess they were going for kind of a feathery dragon thing back then, and they just couldn't really do it as well as they did in the remake.
Yeah.
Never really realized that.
That makes sense. Fuck these necromancers. Ugh. I hate them.
Yeah, yes. Oh god, don't clump up. Not near the mages, you fool.
I know. I have to take down the necromancer first and foremost, so I'm doing what I have to do. I could have cast the spell here if I was smart, but it may not have worked anyway.
Jesus Christ, I love that. It's just looks like you're raining fire meteors down on them.
Yeah, the stage 4 spells look really cool.
There you go. What'd I tell you?
Yeah, I'm paying for my greed.
Oh, well. That's actually not so bad.
Yeah, the real damage is the necromancer, and then Michelle herself. In the original game, she had Bolt 2. This one gives her Bolt 3. The remake gives her Bolt 4, which is great, except for you can just use shield.
Well, yeah, because well, I guess your first time through before you get Tarasu's card.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, but Hanzo has shield, so you could shield up a couple of people and send them in. So never mind.
Yeah, she's one of the bosses that can't do anything if you use shield.
Her and the marionette.
Yeah.
What a joke. What a joke, poor guys.
Ugh. I just finished Defenders.
Oh, was it? Wow, wait, you said you were on what, episode 4 yesterday?
Well, yeah, after we recorded, I watched 5 and 6, and then this morning I watched 7 and 8.
Oh, there's only 8 episodes?
Yeah, there's only 8 episodes. That's how I'm done so fast.
Oh, I was expecting to be the 13 or whatever, like all the
No.
other ones. So was it as good as the Avengers was for the MCU?
I don't know if it's quite Avengers level, but it was good.
And Iron Fist is less of a joke. I'm scared to
Iron Fist is like actually done well in this show. So it's like, oh, that could have been what his solo series was like, but they had terrible writing because they had Dexter guy.
What guy?
The producer of Iron Fist was the same guy who did the shitty seasons of Dexter, like the last 4.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep.
Well,
And Jessica Jones was made by the person who made the good seasons of Dexter. So that's kind of funny. Like,
yeah, I guess, yeah, like you were saying last time, I guess no good director wanted to take that train wreck, so they just hired the hack.
no, yeah, it shows like they finished filming Iron Fist on like October 2nd of last year, and then Defenders was starting production on like October 8th of last year. So they had like no time. They had to get it in like right there because they were in such a rush.
Yeah, no, I just wonder if those people, those directors and such who are hacks, just have a reputation for being complete fucking hacks, and they don't care as long as they get paid money.
I don't know, but Scott Buck keeps getting jobs. So.
Yeah. Well, I need to watch it. I'm looking forward to it. Want to see more Daredevil action, and then awkward. I'm sure love triangle between, or love square between Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and then what's the nurse? The nurse's name?
Claire.
Claire. That's right. Is there any of that? I hope there's not much.
I don't want to tell you anything about it. I don't want to spoil the Luke Cage Daredevil sex scene.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Oops.
This really went off rails. Jesus Christ!
My bad, guys.
Oh man.
So I got a decision to make here. I could wait for them to come to me, but they have fucking Diesel and I hate them. So I kind of get my hand forced here, and then I miss. So that's bad.
Well, now you got two dual hand with Diesel each, and
yeah, and they're blocking the ladder.
50% chance.
And they got healers back there, and they got Michelle back there. So I really didn't want to start a fight this early, but now I'm committed. It's dangerous to get too far ahead.
You should cast Diesel on them.
I could, but that freeze won't miss like Diesel does.
No, that's true. Oh no! Why'd you block the ladder?
Well, I gotta leave
Stand to
room
the side.
for Blau. blue cheese, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these names, but it's probably French. It's probably bleu.
Blue. And he gets the kill, so now I don't have to worry about Diesel. I do have to worry about Bolt 3.
Oh god, you're clumped.
It's incoming, and we're clumped. And the rest of our party isn't in range. Here it comes, oh god.
Oh jeez.
Oh god. 33.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, luckily it doesn't enough to kill any of them, but if I'd been at a lower level or something, you know, that could have been death.
Or hurt at all, yeah. Let me guess what your hero's method will be in this battle. He's gonna hang back again,
well,
like a little bitch, and let everyone else do the fighting for the hero. And our real hero Gong,
do that.
Our real hero Gong is gonna run up there and
Gong MVP. He's able to aura too.
Beat the shit out of Michelle.
I'm only healing for 20, and she did 30, but it's enough to keep him alive for one more hit.
You hope.
It's why Gong is the true hero. And now I want to kill these high priests before they can support her.
Way to go,
Of course I miss.
You got this, buddy.
Well, there's future footage, so I managed to beat this fight. That's all I'll say.
Jesus Christ, 10 more minutes in this video. How long does this fight go for? Good
There's
God.
also a lot of stuff at the beginning of Chapter 7 before you get to the first fight.
Chapter 7. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good town.
Luckily she only hits Kokichi. Unluckily he is almost dead.
Good God.
Yep. Just giving all these boss characters healers right next to them does a lot to make it more challenging. I know that in the original game, Balbazak had a healer right next to him, and then they kind of never did that again for some reason. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to remember what battles had, you know, healers. Like there was, what's coming to mind, of course, is Balbazak. Like you said, there was a priest next to a master mage in one of the Chapter 4 fights when you're trying to get the Moon Dew. I think that's about it. Because I never had to run into the problem of bosses getting healed.
so sometimes the healer's AI gets really dumb when you're surrounding them, and they just kind of hit you with their staff for no damage. So that's something you can take advantage of even in this challenge mod. Because he really should have just healed Michelia or himself.
Yeah.
Doesn't Balbazak have a dragon in the?
He did. He had a blue dragon, which I guess is you won't see him until
Chapter 8. Yeah,
Chapter 8's fights.
They're like late endgame enemies, but they had a very low level one with Balbazak.
It was his pet, and it had a ring that prevented poison, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I think if you kill it first, you know, there's some text about him getting angry and how he's gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes him like stronger, or if he gets a power boost, or if it's just
Clearly
flavor
not,
text.
because he's still pathetic.
That is true. Why Blaze? Does she have a weakness to fire?
No, she resists both types, so I decided to just go with Blaze because I can cast that more times than I can cast Freeze.
I like that.
Because I only had 41 magic points left, so I wanted 4 casts instead of 3. Not that it's probably going to take that long to kill her.
Do the bosses have elemental weaknesses? I never really considered that.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think so. Except for, well, I think Chaos might be weak to Bolt because he's a robot. Spoilers: we're gonna fight a robot named Chaos at some point. But other than that, I don't know about it.
Should have just said Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I wish they'd do a little bit more weaknesses and strengths for the bosses, make them a little more interesting instead of just gangbang.
You see the main character hiding down there? I thought about going up there for a second and was just like, nope.
You guys got this. You do well. Oh god.
Oh, but Gord, I don't care about Gord. I'll send him up.
Send Gordon. Oh, there you go, buddy. You're probably the weakest member of the
Yep.
team.
I mean, this is an interesting fight with her. It kind of throws a damper on the clustering up strategy because I'm trying to figure out where I can put Lyle because she's going to like hit 5 of us with a bolt if she gets another attack. But then Lyle kills her, so
Damn.
yeah.
Fucking bazooka to the face. I already took your sword, lady.
Yeah, so we immediately leave. That's why I looted the castle ahead of time.
So if you don't grab the sword, you still get it, right? There's no way because you couldn't
Oh
finish
yeah,
the game without
you know, I think you might just have the sword in your inventory. Honestly, it's been forever since I've tried to do it this way. I just heard that you, or seemed to remember that you would lose the items, so now I'm careful about it.
it. Yeah.
So we're in prompt, and everyone's a fat asshole.
Yeah, like nearly every town member. Oh, that flail. Who's that for?
It's a new staff for mages that's better than like of the power staff.
I was gonna say I've never. I did not remember that.
Yeah,
Oh.
he just added it to the game.
Where do you get the little picture? The little
I don't know. I think he might have made up the sprite.
yeah. Huh. And what's that? What's that to the right of the great axe?
That's a holy staff for healers. I picked up one from a chest in Dragonia, so I don't really need it. But
Huh.
if you have multiple healers with staves, you could use it. And that's that traveler guy. He just was like, everyone's a dumbass, aren't they? And I was like, yep.
And they're all the exact same too. The town seems to be inhabited by a bunch of fat men.
I don't show
Fat,
off too much of the
shirtless men.
dialogue, but if you talk to these guys, they're all just like, Shining Path, I've never heard of that. Can you eat it?
The Dark Dragon. What? I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're a bunch of just stupid. Well, actually, they're
Shining Path, are you sure you want to know about it? And they're just like, oh, I don't know anything, but maybe the king will. He's always like reading and stuff. Not that we can read because we're dumbasses.
Is there a character in this one where you talk to him and he's like talk to himself about highly scientific things, and then you say, oh what? Who's that? What are you talking about?
I don't know if
So-
there is because I don't care enough
some-
about the NPCs to show it off.
Nah, something shady, and oh god,
They think
King
we're a
just
spy.
tosses you. King just tosses you in a dungeon.
Yep.
God damn it, not again.
So we're in a dungeon again. Search the bars again like you did in chapter 1. And look, it's random traveler guy. I think I'm gonna stop wandering and settle down. I would settle down with the hot mermaids too, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was absolutely no build up to that if you haven't talked to him, and he's completely optional. You can never talk. You could manage to never talk to him if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what if you just never have to talk to him? So what happens if you didn't?
He just
He
shows
still
up anyway, and it makes no
He still
sense.
just rescues you. Oh hey, I don't know you. You could be a really dangerous criminal, but I'm just
So
gonna let you out.
watch this shit. The remake handles this sequence a lot better, but like the king tells me that's all up to me, and I have to go stop Dark Soul at the Tower of the Ancients. All right. And suddenly the townspeople are revealed that they actually know a bunch of stuff about the Ancients and the Shining Path, and they'll talk to you about it. But when I try and leave, this asshole is still right here. It's because there's another cutscene that I had to trigger in the castle, but they didn't tell me about that or give me any indication about it, and I just forgot about it.
No. So what do? Just wander around?
Oh, I gotta get Musashi. So now we have a samurai. You just have to inspect that wall after you've talked to the king to reveal the truth, and there's a random samurai.
Huh. In the remake, he's in the kids' town, and you get him.
Yeah.
You get him after that first fight in the kids' town, I believe. You have to go search couple of things like a shirt and a flag. And
You can get him before the first
ears.
fight in the chapter if you're
Oh,
careful.
we can.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, because you got to edge around. Yeah. Okay. So,
Oh,
you
so
gotta
now
edge
they're
around
saying
the
you
town.
can't leave and you have to wait for further reports. So that would have been helpful before.
Asshole. And then,
What? It's Kane.
he's still got his dark mask sprite.
Yeah.
Though.
They were like, we're not giving him a second sprite. It's 1992, bitches. So Kane got fucked up by Dark Soul, who is clearly alive. Who would have thought the main bad guy was not killed off screen by your secret brother, who you don't know is your brother?
What were the odds that the game wouldn't just end like that? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But now finally we can go to the Tower of the Ancients. And I used some speed ups because we already saw all this shit.
Good, yeah. Yeah, so I think it probably doesn't say in this game, but I believe this town, everyone in the town are descendants of the ancients, right?
Yeah, and they have some like relatively more advanced technology than the rest of the continent, and they have more knowledge and stuff, but they don't have like magical powers or anything like the ancients used to. So Musashi comes at level 11. He is a single class character. He doesn't get promoted. I mostly get him because he has a katana, which is better than the Doomblade, and I'm going to steal his katana and give it to Balburi.
No, but Musashi's so much better.
I mean, yeah, but he has movement of 7 or movement of 5, and I'm planning to use the Turbo Pepper on Adam, an item that increases movement. You only get one of them and one movement ring, so you have to be careful. And I decided that Blue is going to get the movement ring, and Adam's going to get the Turbo Pepper. And so we're just gonna leave our badass samurai back in the background over there.
Yeah, in the remake, him and Hanzo are probably the most powerful.
Oh, they're so broken.
OP characters.
And you still have to give him a turbo pepper, but still.
Yeah, but they also both get promotions, unlike this game, and
yeah, they get what is it, Super Ninja and Super Samurai.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Oh, we'll talk about it next part.
Yeah, talk about it.